It is time. I've been waiting for this. I can barely hold back my fucking enthusiasm right now. I need this in my fucking life. Give me that Tamaki goodness. Hello, welcome back to what I'm gonna be today. Back from ToHeart2. We'll be starting Tamaki's route today. On a separate note, I'm going to go to Munich again tomorrow, and let's see if there's a pattern. If I get sick again, I know that going to Munich is just immediately, it just always makes me sick. So that'll be an interesting thing to test. Anyways, Hill Road.
Yo, たまには一緒に帰ろうぜ.
Nah, I'll go with Tamaki. Huh? This is, unusual. Usually stick around here pretty late. You're up to something questionable.
あのな、ホモ疑惑にもめげず、たまに声をかけてやったらこれだよ。帰る気ないなら、一生学校に泊まっとけ。
Sorry. Okay, let's get going. He said he wanted company, but he actually's been silent this whole time. Normally he won't shut up. Something's wrong here. Top of that, he's periodically glancing furtively over his shoulder. Yuji, what's going on?
Yeah, 別に。
Tamaki put you up to this. Someone following us?
なんでもねえよ。それよりさ、ちょっと聞きたいことがあるんだけど、いいか？
Sure. What is it?
な、お前の理想っていうのか、好みの女性ってどんなのだ？
Huh? That's a hell of a question to just drop on me.
いや、ちょっと興味があるっていうか、聞いてみたくなったっていうか。
Hold on. There we go.
まあいいじゃねえか。答えてくれって。
Idea of the woman, huh? I've never really thought about it.
まあ、坊やのお前じゃあそんなもんか。じゃあ質問を変えようか。年上、同い年、年下、この3つからタイプを選ぶとしたらどれだ？
Between those three. Older. Older, I guess?
いや、ちょっと待て。
Huh?
今ならまだ間に合う。考え直せ。
What are you talking about?
お前が選ぼうとしているのは人として選んではいけない道だ。そう、悪魔の契約書にサインするがごとき行為だ。な、考え直せ。それがお前のためだ。
Hey, he asks me some stupid question like that, and now he wants me to deny my own personality? An empty can is rolling around as though blown by the wind. I should really clean up that litter. That settles that. Hey, Yuji, what were you saying? Oh! Yuji, what happened? Oh, that guy really doesn't look like nothing.
春の妖精がちょっと機嫌を損ねただけだって。般若のような顔をした春の妖精のな。
What?
じゃあ次の質問だ。もしメイドロボを購入するとしたら、生活の基本である衣食住、どれに重点を置いた機体にする？ 1. 洗濯や裁縫などが得意な機体。 2. 料理が得意な機体。 3. 身の回りの世話が得意な機体。
That was even more bizarre than the last question. Now here, I actually also agree with the MC, because if I had to do that, I would say run the household, because I have a dust allergy, and yet at the same time, I am incredibly lazy. Like, I do not want to look down there for the amount of dust that's at like all the way on the back where all the cables are, because that space is unused, except for just being space where you put the cables. That's why I hate getting crawling below my desk when I have to plug something new in. It's fucking dusty down there. And yeah. So yeah, I actually would want a maid robot specialized in running a household in that way. Since running a household, I imagine includes like cleaning and shit like that. Probably one good at running a household. A hand to scratch my itches. That sounds really great, actually. She could gently wake me up in the morning, make tea for me. She'd take care of all the annoying little details of everyday life, and I'd never worry about taking out the trash or airing the futon again.
そうかね。朝ちょっと寝過ごしただけでパイルドライバーをかけてくるんだぜ。床におはようのキスをされるのがそんなにいいか？生活費をすべて握られ、小遣いすら管理される。
Well, here's the thing. It's a maid robot. Like, the maid robot is not gonna have that much of a fucking say.
提出って小学生の夏休みか。そんなのが本当にいいのか？いいのか？いいか？
No, of course I don't want that. Nobody wants something insane like that. More importantly, there's no such maid robot. What's with the anti-maid robot crusade here?
いるんだよ。凶悪なのが。
Huh? Oh, another empty can comes rolling along. Guess I'll take care of that one too. Done. Yuji! What happened?
スケロー、奴は常に俺たちを監視。
What the hell's going on with him
あら、
today?
奇遇ね。二人して今帰り？
たまね。
本当、すげえ奇遇だな。
この先が二人の通ってる学園か。
言っとくけどな、見に行こうだなんて考えるなよ。
あら、どうして？別にいいじゃない。
Surprisingly, Yuji seems to have an answer prepared for this line of
よかねえ
inquiry.
だろ。姉貴はうちの学校とは関係ねえだろ。何しに行くんだよ。
そうね。視察かな。
なんで寺女に行く姉貴がうちを視察しなきゃなんねんだ。
姉として弟の学園を見るのは当然でしょ。
何が当然だ。他のやつに見られたら恥ずかしいじゃねえか。
私は恥ずかしくないわ。
俺が恥ずいんだ。
These two normally want to come between feuding siblings, but I should try to stop them. Hey, calm down, Yuji and Tamane. You don't want to bother Yuji, do you?
あら、人の嫌がることは進んでやりましょうって教わらなかった？
No, well,
なんて顔してるの？本気にしないの。冗談に決まってるでしょ。
No, she wasn't joking at all. But something was off. What's the real motive?
なあ、それより姉貴。
Yuji faces Tamane and sticks out his hand.
何その手。
何じゃなくてな。今月の小遣い、前借りさせてくれる約束だろ。
ああ、もう少し待ちなさい。家に戻ったらちゃんとあげるから。
今くれって。家まで帰ったらまた戻ってこなくちゃなんねえじゃねえか。予約取れねえし、入荷数が少ねえんだから、下手したら売り切れちまう。
ダメよ。お小遣いを往来で渡すような無作法できるわけないでしょ。いつも通り封に入れて渡すから我慢なさい。
いいじゃねえか、んなめんどくせえ。なあ、頼むよ姉貴。
くどい。あんまりだだこねると前借りなしにするわよ。
待てよ、約束が違うだろ。言われた通り高明に。
Huh? Me.
あ、
Yuji hastily covers his own mouth. Yuji, how am I involved in this?
いや。
なんでもないわ。高坊は気にしないで。
Nothing. Huh?
あだ割れる。
高坊、ちょっとだけ寄り道付き合ってくれる？
Sure. Do you want to go somewhere?
ちょっとね。
The smile spreading across Samane's face tells me I don't actually have any options. Then she walks off, dragging Yuji along.
お姉様、割れてしまいます。
大丈夫よ。割れるものならとっくに割ってるから。
She casually says something terrifying.
ガキ助けて
Nah, you got yourself into the situation. Sorry. And if I try to help you, I'm pretty sure I'll just end up deeply regretting it. Maybe next time?
白状者
Don't worry, you deserve the suffering. Nostalgia washes over me. In the old days, we used to run around like this, following Tamane's lead.
高坊行くわよ。
Yeah. Just like old times. Skirt. Next we go to the park. What show is that weird ass shitty like let's go to the mall song from again? It's just randomly fucking popped into my head and I don't remember what it's from. Oh well, who cares? I rode home. Take a seat on a nearby bench and gleefully stuffed my face with the prawn curry bread I picked up on the way. Spring bliss.
高坊
Suddenly a pair of soft weights descend upon my shoulders. Caught by surprise, I intentionally spit out everything in my mouth.
あららもったいない
Tamane! Then I ask you to stop doing
どう
that!
していいじゃない別に減るもんじゃないんだからケチケチしなくても
Nah, it's just that I feel my soul withering away each time. Just, please, could you stop suddenly hugging me from
分
behind?
かったわよじゃあ正面から抱きつけば文句ないわけね
Hold on. Huh? Squash.
ふさふさ
This time Tamane rubs her face in my hair. I thought this would be implicit, but please don't hug me from the front either.
なんでよ
Don't want me. Don't you find it embarrassing to be doing this here in broad daylight?
じゃあ夜に違う場所でならいいわけね
That is definitely not what I meant.
はあわがままね
No, really, I'm pretty sure you've got it backwards.
でも高坊がそこまで言うなら仕方ないか高坊を困らせるのは本意じゃないし
Right.
よしそれなら高坊のリクエストにお答えしましょうか高坊はどうしたいかこの中から選んで
Huh?
1代わりに玉お姉ちゃんをスリスリしたい2代わりに玉お姉ちゃんをギューってしたい3もちろん両方するに決まってるほら遠慮せずに選ぶ
Of course. Both. That's actually the option here. Hang on. They're all going to have the same result.
必要ないから
She clears her bias so brazenly. If I didn't have any choice in the matter, then why didn't she say so in the first place? I mean, it's not like I'm really okay with being hugged by her. If I could, I'd like to turn her down. But seriously, why do you always grab me the moment you see me? I've always been wondering what this was for a while. This is my chance to get to the crux of the
そ
issue.
こに高坊がいるから
He's not a mountain. If you're gonna be saying that, he's gonna be taking care of your mountains, you know? An instant and useless reply. Also, I'm not a mountain.
他に質問は
Well, no. She responds so quickly I don't know how to follow up.
付き合い
She circles around and hugs me from behind. Ah!
まだまだ甘いわねこう簡単に隙を見せるなんて
Hey, Tamane.
この感触この肌触りこの香りこれぞまさに珠玉の抱き心地高坊を抱き心地検定1級に認定してあげる
As I gasp for air, my ribs creak alarmingly. I surrender!
もう男なら気力で我慢なさい
The intense force of her arms relaxes just enough for me to breathe. Oh, you're unreasonable. You want to hug someone, just use Yuji.
ああダメダメ
Tamane waves her
あの子
hand.
も昔はそこそこの抱き心地だったんだけど最近は筋肉がついたりとかゴツゴツしてきていまいちなのよねいい高坊はそれ以上鍛えちゃダメよ
Train me. Hey, Aren't you making it sound kind of like I'm a pet?
ダメダメダメ。ゴツゴツするし、おまけに男臭くなるから。もちろん、太っても痩せてもダメ。今の絶妙なバランスがいいんだからね。あ、それと刺激の強い料理を食べるのも控えなさい。特にニンニクとかは体臭に影響するんだから。
I really don't understand how one can prepare oneself for...
本当なら果物を主食にするのが一番なんだけどね。ほら、果物を主食にしてる動物は臭みがないって言うし。
Well, I guess, but no, wait, you're regulating my diet now?
そうよ。
Plans for me dig far deeper than I'd realized. Wonder, she's fattening me up for the slaughter. Oh well, I should just give up for today. I don't think I'm in any danger of being eaten in the immediate future. Nah, I'm certainly not afraid of anything crazy like that. Of course not. Oh, now okay, it's gonna take a bit longer to skip this now. So, see you once we can pick something again. And it automatically stopped even before we get to choose a fucking option. Because, fucking Mama Tamaki is bothering us about our appearance. I met up with Tamane and the others. We'd been walking for a little while when Tamane suddenly said that, gesturing to my neck. Huh? What's she talking about? Oh, my school uniform? Seems my brain isn't fully awake just yet. Better try to fix the button, but it doesn't go so smoothly. More evidence of my sluggish senses. Well, really? Fuss with it some more. Not clumsy, it's just that I'm not physically adept. Tamane looks at me teasingly and reaches her hand out to my neck. Tamane. Stand stock still while Tamane fixed the button. She pushes her finger on her chin, contemplating something while staring at me. Huh? Oh yeah? Should be right here. Dig around in my pocket. Huh? Nothing there. Actually, come to think of it, I don't remember putting them in this morning. Konami demonstrates both her tissues and a cute handkerchief embroidered with sleeping kittens.
ユージ、今朝渡したのは捨ててないわね。
ちゃんと持ってるよ。人なんだと思ってんだ。
子供の頃、よく反抗して捨ててたでしょ。
ありゃまあ。
それで、高坊は
I forgot. For a moment, Tamina just stares at me blankly.
もう、しょうがないわね。
She shows me a surprisingly gentle smile that takes her own tissues and handkerchief out of her bag and hands them to me.
これをあげるから、持ってなさい。
Nah, I'll be fine.
ダメよ、持ってなさい。
Her attitude is gentle, but I just can't bring myself to decline. If I take them, I'll be indebted to her, though. Not a pleasant thought. But if I take yours, what are you gonna do? Inspiration strikes, but...
これは予備のだから大丈夫よ。
そうそう、もらっとけって。姉貴はそうやっておせっかい焼くのが好きなんだからよ。あだだだだだ、割れる。
Thank you, I'll be sure to wash it before I return it.
よろしい。
Chirac, okay, I'm immediately going to throw out the fact that all the scenes with Konami and Tamane together, you're gonna have to go to part 2 of Konami's routes, if I remember correctly. So yeah, if you didn't watch those and just skipped here, go back to there in order to watch all the duo events of Konami and Tamaki together. Anyways, Chirac. Oh, yeah, right. Skip. Alright, this scene. Huge. Alright, then I'll go with huge.
まさか F っすか？
F.
ダメっすよ先輩。
そんな自分に素直なのはいいっすけど、理想と現実は違うんすから。とっとと夢から覚めた方がいいっす。
You know, I have no idea what you're talking about. Speak more understandably, will you?
でも D なんかどうすかね、私くらいの。
D. I told you I don't really understand, but I guess that's okay?
そうっすか。いやー先輩、クールっすよクール。でも負けは負け、自分をごまかすの良くない。うっさい。
Excuse me, but what the heck was that huge and tiny about anyway?
寺女の入学式にどこだったか偉い先生が来て抗議し。
Oh, skip. We can skip again. Next up, we go home. Just not even bothering. We just do the ET. And next up, we have to, of course, ask for Tamanes. Because the bento scene is coming up. Ow, my fucking knee just popped in a very uncomfortable way. Oh my god. No. Fuck that. Oh my. Oh well, anyways. Ask for Tamanes. Again, if you want to see that, what that one's about, just literally the first non-Sasra route and you'll be able to see it. Quite frankly, why are you skipping around anyways? School gate. Fucking Colgate. Huh? Someone familiar hanging out over by the school gate. Come on in. Looks like she's waiting for someone. Probably calling me, but it could also be. Best not think too loudly or she might hear. Fortunately, it looks like she hasn't seen me yet. I'd execute a tactical retreat. About face and neck casual. Take a sidelong glance at the club's athletes as I run across the grounds. Defense isn't all that high. I climb it easily. This may be a bit of a detour, but being detoured appeals much more than being hijacked. Phew. Should get out of her range now. I can relax. I should be out of her range now. I can relax.
あら、奇遇ね。
Oh no.
今帰るとこ？
Ha! Tamane, what are you doing here?
私がここにいると変？
Huh? No, of course
でも
not.
関心ね。部活をやってなくてもグラウンド走ったり、塀を登ったり、わざわざ遠回りをして体を鍛えるなんて。
She saw the whole thing. Nah, I've actually have been exercising lately.
じゃあ、明日からジョギングを始めるわね。毎朝5時頃迎えに行くから、支度して待ってなさい。
What? No, I'm not a boy that might interfere with my training regimen.
あら、遠慮しなくてもいいのよ。
No, it's fine. It wouldn't be a problem if she was joking, but she's completely serious about meeting up at 5 a.m. to go running. He's always serious. It's frankly terrifying.
そう？まあいいわ。それじゃ帰りましょうか。
She smiles brightly, turns around, and starts walking. Couldn't even dream of not following. Let's go to me.
さっき用事ができたから一緒に帰れなくなったって言ってたわ。
That's so. Tamane is humming to herself. She's in an unusually good mood today. Why does it always scare me?
やっぱシャバはいいわね。
She sounds like a hardened criminal out on parole. That reminds me, Tamane, what was your old school campus like?
九条院のこと？
Kujo Academy.
私立九条大学附属女学院。私たちは九条院って呼んでたんだけどね。幼稚園から大学までエスカレーター方式の大和なでしこを育て上げるってことを歌い文句にしてるところよ。
Virtues of Old Japan, huh? It was a boarding school, right?
ええ。幼稚園から大学までが同じ寮よ。年上が年下の面倒を見るように何人かのグループに分かれて同じ部屋で生活するの。ああなるとほとんど共同体っていうか家族って感じよね。
I can already see where the three stooges that I saw on V&DB or how they're gonna come into the equation here. They're gonna just have started going out or something, and then the fucking three stooges show up that they're like, he's not good enough for our Tamaki One-sama, and cause constant fucking trouble. Or something like that.
1日はまず朝5時の起床から始まって。
5 a.m.? That's ridiculously early!
そう？別にそのくらい普通でしょ？
No, nobody but you thinks that's normal.
そしたら朝の掃除、洗濯。
I mean, to be fair, back when I was at school, I actually woke up like 15 minutes before 5. Was it? No, it was 50 minutes before 6? No, it was 5. Something 5. Who fucking knows? I don't remember. No, it was somewhere around 5 because I woke up like 2 hours before I had to go to the bus. Because I just was that slow at waking up for a very long time. Hang on. A bunch of rich girls did all their own cleaning and clothes.
自分たちのことは自分たちでってことがあそこの方針だから。炊事、掃除、洗濯。家事のすべてをやらされるわよ。
Wow.
で、それが一通り終わったら朝のジョギングね。校内を10キロほど。
10 kilometers.
慣れればどうってことないわよ。逆に習慣になると走らない方が落ち着かないから。
So, did you run this morning?
当然、毎朝続けてるわ。さっきも言ったけど、よかったら高坊も一緒に走る？
No, although I might change my mind.
その言葉、覚えとくわね。
I got a feeling I'm going to regret those words.
それが終わったら食事で、それから登校。授業内容は、普通かしらね。
Seems pretty darn strict the way you tell it. But curfew was really early too.
ないわよ、門限なんて。基本的に外出禁止だし。
What?
帰省するときとか、特別な用事があるとき以外は外へ出られないの。
That seems extremely inconvenient.
そうでもなかったわよ。必要なものはほとんど中で手に入るし、ないものでも注文すれば2、3日で届いたから。
Still, didn't suffocate you being constantly confined to the school? Bet you snuck out sometimes to let off some steam.
私を何だと思ってるの？そんな真似しなかったわよ。
No, well.
周りは山に囲まれて何もないし、一番近くの町でもバスで2時間もかかるようなところよ。自然を楽しむにはいいかもしれないけど、サバイバル生活まで満喫するのはごめん。あの辺りクマいるし。
I don't speak bear. I do like that line. I don't speak bear.
そういえば、時々何も考えずに脱走するような子もいたわね。大抵はだだっ広い敷地を抜けられなかったり、高い塀を登れなかったりで諦めるんだけど、根性で悪く脱走しちゃった子が2日くらいしたら人生燃え尽きた感じで自分から帰ってくるけど。
Is that really a school? A word, escape. I can't blame him for wanting to escape. But really, it sounds more like a medium security prison than a school. I'm surprised at how fondly you speak of such a strict place. Sounds like the opposite of the kind of environment you would like.
確かに押さえつけられるの嫌いだけど、別に厳しいわけでもないし。そんなこと言ったら、うちにいた頃の方がもっと厳しかったわよ。うちにいた頃は起床は4時前で、家事の手伝いは全部やらされたし、いろいろ習い事は強要されるし。ほら、うちって女はしとやかでつつましく、そして家事をすべてこなし、一歩引いて男を支えるなんて古い考えを当たり前に言ってたから。それに比べたら向こうは結構悠々自適って感じ。
You know, no wonder she fucking lashed out the amount she did if that's her fucking home life.
普通にしてれば小言は言われないし、習い事はしなくてもいいし。ま、ちょっと退屈だったけど、いろいろな遊び思いついて、それも解消されたし。
Too scared of the ants to ask what passed for fun at a place like that. But if you didn't mind it there, how come you came back? Especially just for 1 year.
さあ、なんでかしらね。
She teases me, smiling gently. I didn't know her reason, but I'm sure now that she didn't just come back here on a whim. I wonder, why did she return? Skip. Now she fucked up again. Common Konomi L. Next up, school. No, we already chose school gate, so next up is second floor corridor. Oh no, first we have to deal with her again. Right. I should have immediately just started fucking skipping while... This was the only option. Yeah, I should have just immediately paused the recording there. But alas, too late now. Walking down the corridor, spot Tamane 10 meters ahead. She settles her bag over her shoulder, preparing to walk home. Being comfortable fall right behind her, so maybe I'll just turn around and take the other set of stairs. It's not like I'm trying to avoid her or anything. I just don't want to cause her any trouble. Yeah, that's it. I'm just trying to be considerate. Huh? She sensed my presence. Nah, I just don't know how you figured out I was behind you. You know what my footsteps sound like?
人によって結構特徴があるから、全員の足音を聞き分けるなんてことは無理だけど、親しい間柄の人のくらいはすぐにわかるわ。
Intimately. She knows me intimately. Tamane feels we're that close, and here I am trying to escape from her. I reflect on that for a moment. No, nothing. I'm walking down the road home, Tamane at my side. Actually, the situation makes me realize something. When we were younger, Tamane always walked in front leading. Nowadays, when we walk together, we're side by side. Well, usually she stares out in front of me like she starts out in front of me like always, but before I know it, she ends up beside me. The place where we part, Tamane's house is just a little distance straight ahead, so we always separate here. Turn around and wave to her. Bye, Tamane. However, Tamane beckons me with a finger. No, my house is this way. She politely but firmly overrides my refusal. Well, at least this aspect of our relationship hasn't changed. The park. Neighborhood kids play in the sandpit, making piles they call castles, or playfully fight against gravity on the swings, just like we used to. Tiny girl waves at us and runs over. Girl clings to Tamane, jumping around energetically. Whoa! Pack of kid runs over, gathering from throughout the park. She hugs each of the kids one by one, patting their heads affectionately. She befriended all the kids over spring break despite talking to them like a wild animal trainer from a circus. Her charisma is something else. What the hell? I'm just a lackey. That's an even less fitting appellation than the last. Wait a minute. She puts her finger on her chin thoughtfully, and then she winks at me with a slightly apologetic look. Huh? The kids pull Tamane along, all of them asking for a story. Tugged along by kids on both sides, Tamane walks to the middle of the park. So, did you mean that I could wait for her? That I should wait for her? She sits on the bench and begins telling a story. The kids sit close, listening intently, laughing sometimes, but never interrupting. Her eyes are shining. She really must love little kids. So, now what? She could just go home, but, sorry, it'll take just a moment, those words. She did mean I should wait, right? However, I don't know how long this'll take. Well, I'm sure she won't mind if I take off. Try to convey my intent to leave by waving to her.
するとエンマ様は言いました。この嘘つきめが、ならばその下引っこ抜いてくれるわ。
Since I'm waiting patiently for Tamane, maybe I'll buy some drinks. Let's see. Tamane probably doesn't like fizzy drinks. Maybe coffee or tea. There's no sugar, so green tea will probably do. Push the green tea button. Sit down on a bench nearby and savor my drink, listening to Tamane's story. She's actually really good at this. There's something special in her voice. There's nothing special in her voice or her gestures, but somehow she's got them all enthralled. Charisma.
そして留助は妻と仲睦まじく、いつまでもいつまでもめでたしめでたし。はい、今日はこれでおしまい。ほら、もうお日様が真っ赤になっちゃったし、カラスも帰ろう帰ろうって泣いてる。
Tamane stands
さあ
up.
みんな、起立。
All the kids shuffle around and stand up.
では、お家に帰って晩ご飯のお手伝いをしましょう。そしたら今度の時、どれだけ上手にお手伝いできたか。はーい。それじゃあまた今度ね。バイバイ。バイバイお姉ちゃん。バイバイ。バイバイ。気をつけて帰るのよ。はーい。
Tamane keeps waving until the kids are all out of sight. Once she's sure they are all safely on their way home, she turns to me. Got you some tea. Sorry it's a bit cold. Hand her the green tea.
ごめんね。待たせちゃったわね。
She says a little apologetically and takes the can. It's fine, don't mind it. Actually, I even found her story kind of entertaining.
そう？ありがとう。
I'm pretty attached to them. We've been playing with them a lot.
春休みのあたりから時々ね。なんだか妙に懐かれちゃったみたいで。
Really? So I don't know, I thought I'd see you telling a Japanese fairy tale like that.
前にちょっと聞かせてあげたら妙に受けちゃって。最近の子って日本の昔話とかあまり知らない子が多いみたいね。桃太郎とか花咲かじいさんくらいは知ってるみたいだけど、あまり有名じゃないお話とかは全然知らないみたい。多分それを聞かせてくれる人がいないんでしょうね。
Where did you learn them from?
私はおばあ様にね。
Oh, I remember your grandmother. That's right. You really got along with her. Well, you really got along well with her, didn't you?
お父様もお母様もお仕事でほとんど家を留守にして、私たちの面倒はおばあ様が見てくださったから、とっても大好きだったおばあ様よ。
Loved her too. She may have been strict about etiquette, but she was kind and often gave Konomi me sweets.
そう。
Tamane finishes the tea and throws the empty can straight into the bin. Perfect shot, dead
ごち
center.
そうさま。今のはおばあ様に見せられないわね。さて、私たちも帰りましょうか。うちもでっかい子供がお腹を空かせて待ってるから。そうね。ついでに高坊もうちで食べてきなさい。
Huh?
どうせ今日もカップ麺とかでしょ。お茶をおごってくれたお礼よ。たまにはちゃんとしたものを食べないとダメだから。
No, you don't need to do that. I'm trying to make excuses. He grabs you by the arm. Hey, Tamane.
はいはい。話はうちで聞いてあげるわ。
She drags me along. No, hang on. Listen to me,
はいはい。
please. Cookbook. Cooking book. Do the cooking book. Barely give a definite reply. Shoe rack again. Refer to economy route part 2. What part is that even, actually? Now that I think about it. Say economy route part 2. What the fuck is part number is economy route part 2? That is part 15. Yeah, I think I did it to where I did the final combined one, quote unquote, at the end of part 15, and I did the first one at the start, so it should just mainly be that one. I just opened Twitter. The first thing I see is August Tail posting, "Can't wait to play Persona 3 Reload to relive the experience of being one shot by a table." Man, fuck them kids. Anyways, should probably open up route guide again. There we go. Konami is changing his shoes. Oh, skip. Right. I'm stupid. Now here we're supposed to hand it over to Tamane. Alright, Tamane. I return the ring puzzle to its original state and hand it to Tamane. She produces clinking sounds as she moves the puzzle while whispering to herself. Konami accidentally immediately solves it. Now she's just not going to solve it if you give it to her first.
あれ姉貴すぐに外れるんじゃなかったのか
Yuji looks rapt.
そんなはずこんなのすぐに
She mutters all the while showing no sign of being able to solve the puzzle.
無理無理知恵の輪ってのは柔軟な発想がものを言うんだぜ姉貴のように頭が良くても思考がガチガチじゃ一生かかっても外れねえって
Tamane's eyes narrow frighteningly.
なんだよ実際外せねえじゃねえか
Sound of grinding teeth. Her shoulders suddenly loosen up. Boom! She seems engrossed and concentrating now over the puzzle. Tamane slowly takes deep breaths over and over. And as I watch, I think to myself that there's no need to get that serious over anything. Yep.
はい外れたわ
ちょっと待てよ今のふんってのはなんだよ
気合よ気合人生気合があれば大抵のことはなんとかなるはずよ
気合じゃねえだろ
The puzzle was indeed solved. But the ring's material was now grossly bent.
さて賭けに勝ったことだしユージには何をおごってもらおうかしら
Like, I'll be entirely honest, Yuji probably would have won if he just didn't fucking provoke her, but he just never learns,
ちょ
does
っ
he?
と待てってこれって明らかに反則だろ
あらコロンブスだって卵を立てるとき片方を潰したわよねどうこれでもまだ私には柔軟な発想ができないなんて言うつもり
Rather than saying
それ
inflexible.
のどこが柔軟な発想だただの悪知恵だろうが
You idiot.
ああ言っちゃった
はだだだだだだだだだだ
Again? In a sense, Yuji is pretty impressive for talking back while knowing things will turn out like this.
おい高木見てないで助けてくれっての
Although it would be more impressive if he was able to do something about it by himself. Jeez, not like it's a walk in the park for me to calm it down. If you're careless about it, you'll get dragged into it, so you have to be careful not to overstep your bounds. I really want to beg your pardon on this one, but I suppose I don't have a choice. Tamane is not enough. It's just Yuji's normal joking way.
冗談ねとてもそうには聞こえなかったけどまあそういうことにしといてあげる
She then abruptly releases Yuji. Yuji staggers unsteadily and lands on his arse.
死ぬかと思ったぜ
その代わり今度町内会で川のゴミ拾いをやるって言ってたからそれに参加なさい男手が足りないって言ってたからちょうどよかったわ
なんだよそれ
そうそう 手伝いを呼んでも構わないわよ。というか、まだ冷たい川の中のゴミを拾うんだから、手伝いがいないと大変なことになるわね。
Yuji's gaze hangs in midair for a while before eventually locking onto me. The instant our eyes met, I reflexively averted my eyes.
なあ、高木。
Alright, let's go home.
手伝いゲット
He grabs me by the legs. Ah! Hey, let go of me!
俺とお前の仲じゃねえか。
Like, I know I need friends to betray so easily! Did you already forget how I helped you earlier?
とっても感謝している。だからついでにこっちも助けてくれ。
Don't push your luck.
微笑ましい光景ね。
Yep, she's a demon. Forget it, go to sleep. We don't need to go down her route again. Third floor classroom is next. Third floor classroom.
高木、
He just stops me on my way out the
俺から
door.
帰るとこだろ。だったら暇だよな。
Somehow I don't like where this is
頼
going.
む。悪いけど、音楽室の掃除当番、俺の代わりにやってくれねえか。今度ヤック怒るから。
He presses his hands together and hangs his head, begging shamelessly. Why me? Just ask the other person who's supposed to help you out if they'll take care of it.
いや、その当番のやつが欠席しちまって、掃除するのは俺しかいねえんだ。な、この通り。頼む。
It's still not obvious why I have to do this, but alright, fine. Don't forget you have to treat me to
すまね
Yaku's.
え。恩に着るぜ。
But that's a little unusual for you. I'd expect you to just skip out on cleaning, consequences be damned.
とにかく、あと
Yep.
は頼んだぜ。
Yep. Tamaki's involved. Huh? Yuji runs off like he's trying to escape. Do you really have something urgent to do? Anyways, if I'm doing this, I better get a move on so I can get home sooner. I can hear a piano from the music room. It's excellent. A performance wouldn't be out of place in a concert hall. I had no idea our music teachers were this good. Oh, right, cleaning. Excuse me, is it alright if I start cleaning? Ask the teacher behind the piano. It's not a teacher. Tamane! Tamane is seated delicately on the bench, her fingers flowing over the
あら、
keyboard.
もう掃除の時間？
I see what's happening here. Yuji was just trying to avoid running into Tamane. Tamane glances at me, not interrupting the
悪い
music.
けど、ちょっとこれを引き終わるまで待っててくれない？掃除なら私も手伝うから。
Yeah, I'm
あ
no
りが
hurry.
とう。演奏を途中でやめるのってあまり気分がいいものじゃないから。
She returns her concentration to the keyboard. That's just no other way to describe it. She's excellent. I had no idea you could play the piano.
そういえば、今まで高坊にピアノを聴かせたことなんてなかったわね。そんな機会もなかったか。
I'm astonished at how good you are.
当然よ。
Natural how?
別に自慢してるわけじゃないわ。何度も何度も弾けるようになるまで繰り返し練習してるから弾けて当然ってこと。私あまり器用じゃないから一曲弾けるようになるのに時間がかかるのよ。
Practicing.
当たり前じゃない。練習もせずに演奏できるようになるとでも思ってるの？この曲だってそれなりに弾けるようになるまでどれだけ練習したか。これで下手とか普通なんて言われたその日には悔し涙で枕を濡らしているわよ。ついでに高坊にありったけの呪詛の言葉を送りながら。
Nah, please don't. Not talented, so she's practicing. Tamane has always been a prodigy, easily the most talented person I've ever seen. Clearly the piano is no exception despite what she says. Still, Tamane's claim to not be skilled is not modesty. She actually seems to believe it. Perhaps her standards are very high and she finds anything less unacceptable. Sounds likely. As a result, she believes she's not skilled enough and works hard to reach the level of achievement she finds acceptable. Well, between that and talent or work ethic, she'd make a terrifying enemy. I think I learned a little more about Tamane today. B seems to be wrapping up, and sure enough, it comes to an end. Clap, clap, clap. There's pertaining to your blood to her. A pleased smile on her face, Tamane stands up, holds her skirt, and curtsies slightly.
こんないい気分で演奏できたの久しぶりかも。高坊、これから用事はあるの？
Nothing special.
じゃあ次で終わりにするけど、せっかくだから何かリクエストとかない？
I wouldn't know the name of any.
いいわよ。こんな感じの曲くらいで。
Let's see. Apparently, I have to say a gentle piece. Alright, yeah, gentle
優
piece.
しい曲か。こんな感じかしら。
I can see the spine being ripped from the body. In case you don't know what I'm talking about, this specific piece has been is at the start of Death End Request. Right at the start of Death End Request, it's essentially like a quote-unquote fast-forward alternate scenario of a later point in the story, where a girl tries to fight a monster, loses, and it bites off her head. And the game describes how it rips her up, just pulling her body off the ground, and the sheer momentum of it just causes her body to go flying. However, the head and spine is still in the monster's mouth, so the spineless body just flies off to into the distance. And it just goes really in depth about that, so I cannot hear this piece without immediately connecting it to that. Yeah, that's good. Soft melody stains my soul. Music washes over me and creates a warm, comforting atmosphere. Peaceful. Heartwarming. Gentle. Gentle. Sensation of something softly pressing against my face. Squish, squish, huh? That's something being pushed into my face. Huh? That warm, wet feeling tickles me.
やっと来た。
All that?
人がせっかく高坊のために演奏してたのに寝ちゃうのはひどいんじゃない？
Sorry.
いいわよ。心地よく眠っちゃうくらいの夢見心地な音色だったってことにしといてあげるから。それに久しぶりに高坊の寝顔を見せてもらったしね。
She narrows her eyes teasingly and pokes her tongue out a little cheekily. I can still feel that warm, wet sensation on my face. Don't tell me that
それ
was.
じゃさっさとお掃除終わらせて帰りましょう。
Couldn't have been, right? Anyway, skip. We have to deal with her again. Long hair, of course. Skip. Next, second floor corridor. Oh, we got another double whammy.
ほら、こんなとことか。
Tamane moves behind Konami and from there grabs Konami's breasts, squeezing them upwards. Oh, here she's the one that grabs them. And instead of just grabbing his hand and pushing it against her chest. Tamane moves behind Konami and from there she grabs Konami's breasts, squeezing them upwards. Taking it back, Konami quickly turns around and raises her voice hysterically. Hey,
あ
hey.
あ、高坊、あなたがするときは優しくよ、優しく。女の子の膨らみかけは乱暴に扱うとすごく痛いんだから。
Who does that? For some reason I shout beside myself.
高くん、 どうしたの？怒鳴ったりして。そんなに気に障ったのなら謝るけど。
No, you didn't. I'm the one who's sorry for shouting. What was all that? Just now I felt all tight in the chest.
高坊？
Anyways, skirt. Next up is Schoolgate. And then for some reason, don't wake her. Today's classes end. Finishing early on Saturday always feels nice. Wish it was like this every day. If nothing else, go to work today. Maybe I'll take it easy on the way home. Approaching the bridge, I spot a recognizable outline. It's that Tamane. She stands in the middle of the bridge, her elbows leaning against the handrail. She stares out, taking in the view. You know, she looks like she's got something on her mind. Since I always try to be considerate of her, I try to pass quietly behind her without making a sound.
高坊？
Ah! Still facing away from her, she indicates the spot next to her. Caught. Well, didn't really expect otherwise. Move up beside her, somewhat apprehensive. So, what are you up to here?
ちょっと景色をね。
You gaze into the distance. So, why exactly do I need to stand here too?
高坊？これから何か用事ある？
I was just gonna go home to have lunch.
そう。それじゃ、ちょっとそこまで付き合って。
She says and walks off briskly. Over there?
何してるの？こっちよ。
Yes, yes. Pushy as ever. Well, it's not like I had anything to do, so I'll follow her. Tamane and I descend to the riverbank. The light breeze on my skin feels nice. Tamane stretches out wide and takes 3 deep breaths.
緑の香りがこんなに。ちょっと暑いくらいだし、もう少ししたら春も終わりか。
She sits down in the shade of a tree close to the river.
高坊、ここ。
She pats the ground next to her. Sit down as
覚えて
requested.
る？近所の子を集めて、よくここで野球とかサッカーしたの。
I remember. It was almost every day. Dodgeball, sword fighting, and jousting.
さすがにラグビーとかは止められたけどね。
Yeah, they scolded us a lot after that one time. A few people had broken bones.
今思うと、現代っ子がカルシウム不足ってのは本当だったわ。
No, I don't think that's why.
あと、遊んだ後のお昼寝なんか気持ちよかったな。みんなでこの草の上に寝転がって。
Yeah, that did feel
子
good.
供たちが集団で倒れてたから大騒ぎになったこともあったわね。あの時には笑っちゃったけど。
You know,
でも時々目が覚めたら夜になってたりとか、急な夕立ちでずぶ濡れになったりとか。それが楽しかったのは確かでしょ？
you always loved getting into trouble.
懐かしいな。
She lets out a sigh and stares off into the distance.
ねえ、高坊、
ん？
ちょっと足をこう伸ばしてみて。
My legs. As I sit, perplexed, Tamane grabs my legs and stretches them both out straight.
こんな感じかな。
Tamane, what you trying to do?
よっ
Huh. Oh, look at her. Tamane.
こーら、動かないの。
That's not an explanation.
男なんだから少しくらい我慢する。今度は私がしてあげるから。
That's not what I was asking at all.
いい気持ちいい。青い空、暖かな日差し、心地よいそよ風。高坊の太もも、まさに格別。
And great.
高坊、ゴールデンウィークあたりにみんなでどこかへ遊びに行きましょうか。そうね、泊まりで温泉なんかいいかしら。
Well, the hot springs.
あら、乗り気じゃないんだ。
It's not what I meant. Just sounds expensive. I don't think I could afford that. Anyway, right after Golden Week, there's a school trip too.
あ、そうだったわね。確か北海道だったかしら。
The principal fell for the fucking Hokkaido propaganda. Yeah, I'll be sure to get some souvenirs. What would you like?
熊の剥製。
I don't think that's a possibility. How about something I can actually carry?
じゃあ鮭の剥製。冗談よ。小物。キーホルダーとか小さくて持ち歩けるのがいいわ。あとは帰ってきたら土産話を聞かせてくれれば。
Something small. Like what?
ああ、それとユージがお土産に通天閣の模型とか買おうとしたら殴っといて。
Tsutenkaku isn't even in Hokkaido.
きっと執念で探すと思うから。去年私が前の学園でカナダへ修学旅行に行った時、お土産にマカダミアナッツを送ったの。まだ根に持ってるみたいだから。
She says and puts on an impish smile. No, I think you've just trained him too
ゴ
well.
ールデンウィークがダメなら次は夏か。
What's it called again? Tsutenkaku. Let me actually look up what the fuck that is. Tsutenkaku. Oh, it's just a fucking radio and like sightseeing, like a viewing platform tower type thing in Osaka.
「夏と言ったら海に山に川に祭りにプールスイカお墓参り」。
Really doubt that last one is something an old person thinks of for summer vacation.
高坊、夏は予定をすべて開けときなさい。忙しくなるわよ。ほんといい気持ち。
Time of the speech is gradually getting
やっ
slower.
と帰ってきたんだなって気分。いつの間にかここより外での時間の方が長くなって、知らない間にいろんなところが変わって、取り残された気分にさせられて。でもやっぱりここが私のふるさと。
たまね。
雲だ。
ん？
雲が流れてる。
Clouds. Look up at the late spring sky. Soft white clouds afloat overhead, slowly passing by.
変な形。子供の頃の落書きみたい。
Tamane. She'll sleep. Should I wake her? Don't wake her up, you fucking monster! She looks so peaceful. I don't have the heart to wake her. I really don't mind if she stays like this for a little while. Feels pretty good out here, really. I'll sleepy too. My eyes, the sky has been painted red. Must have fallen asleep too. Oh, and Tamane is good, still asleep. Glad I didn't disturb her. She must be really tired. Still, it's already evening, so I guess I should wake her up. Tamane? Tamane, wake up.
あれ、空が。そっか、寝ちゃったんだ。
Tamane stretches grandly.
足疲れたでしょ。起こしてもよかったのに。
Yeah, but it felt nice, so I didn't really mind. Didn't you have something to do?
うんうん、ありがとう。とってもいい気持ちだった。
Well, you're welcome then.
ところで、ちゃんといたずらした？
Huh?
これだから前から思ってたけど、もしかして高坊奥手？もう少しくらい女に積極的になった方がいいわよ。
What are you talking about? At any rate, peeking at a sleeping woman is not what I call being proactive. More like criminal.
昔はそういった覗きにいたずら、予売は当然だったわよ。むしろ気に入った女にするのは礼儀ってくらいだったし。
I don't think there's ever been a culture in the history of the world that behaved that way. Besides, if somebody did that to you, you'd be
当
furious.
たり前よ。気に入らない男が粗相してこようものなら冗談抜きで殺すわ。間違いなく。
See?
気に入らない男ならね。
Huh?
さてと、もうこんな時間だし付き合わせちゃって悪かったわね。ありがとう。
She just blatantly confessed to him. Yeah. Literally, what did you mean by that? I usually think I have a good handle on Tamane, but every now and then I get the feeling that maybe I'm missing something. I wonder what it could be! Very curious, indeed. Sunday. Yuji invited me along to bum around the shopping district. Let me finish clearing this so I can actually read. We didn't really have any plans beyond picking up a few things, checking out the game centers, and walking around town. It's a pretty useless pastime. But it's okay every now and then.
そろそろ腹減ってきたな。飯はどうする？
I don't really have anywhere in mind, so how about Yaku's? You're still owe him.
そうだな。じゃ、ヤックに。あ、いや、また。
You just suddenly stops remembering something. What's
ちょう
wrong?
ど今姉貴が出かけてんだ。帰るの何時になるかわからねえって言ってたし、せっかくだからうちでちょいと贅沢にピザでも頼もうぜ。
Pizza. Sounds
ま
good.
あな。それに姉貴がいねえ時くらいしか食えねえからな。
Completely out of context, but doesn't the woman in the back there just look like a really dolled up hex maniac? Sorry. Really? Sure on, let's do it.
よーし、それで決まりってこと。おっと、まだ大事なもん買ってなかった。悪いけど、ちっと買い物してくっから先帰っててくれねえか？
I can come along
い
though.
や、こっからは一人じゃねえと動きが取りづらいからな。後で高明にも眼福に預からせてやるから楽しみにして
He's
な。
buying porn. Yuji skips away, or so I thought, but he stops and turns around.
ああ、そうそう。さっき言った通り、今家に誰もいねえから勝手に上がっててくれよ。
He tosses me the
じゃあ
key.
なー。
Jeez, this guy's so carefree. Guess I'll just head there without him. It's better than standing around here anyway. Mansion is as good a place to lounge around as I'll find. Here I am. There are 3 girls standing at the gate. What are they doing here? For that matter, who are they? I don't recognize them, either from the house staff or school. They don't look my age. Guess it's none of my business. More to the point, girls just cause me trouble lately. I'll try to avoid them. I walk past them and head through the gate. Thought I'd get inside without a hitch,
お
however.
待ちなさい。
Huh? The girl in the middle addresses me in an accusing tone. What is it?
何か？失礼ですけど、ここに何の用かしら。
It wilt under her harsh tone. What business?
今門をくぐろうとなさいましたが、ここに何用かと聞いているのです。
Well, fair enough, but I'm just here to
遊び
visit.
に？
All 3 girls scrutinize me from head to toe. For some reason, the talkative one
あな
scowls.
たどこのものですの？
Huh?
どこのものかと聞いているのです。そんなことも理解できないのですか？
Where? I live a little ways that way?
近所？
She snorts some answer, and all 3 of them look at me with
聞
scorn.
いたかしら？近所のものですって。へえ、なんて身の程知らずな。一介の凡民が地を束ね、政財界にも多大な影響を与える高坂家に遊びにですって？笑えない冗談ですわね。
The other 2 nod in agreement. I really don't get it. What is she even talking about? The Kosaka family is actually influential. I knew Tamane's household was rich, sure, but I didn't think it was anything anybody would worry about the way this girl clearly does. Or she just messing with me. I'm not really sure. Either way, it doesn't matter to me. Please excuse me. I'd say it's better to just not deal with them, so I excuse myself and head for the gate.
お待ちなさい。今の話を聞いてなかったの？
I did, but what you said doesn't really matter to me.
関係ないですって？
She raised her eyebrows and began stalking towards me. The other two hold her back.
レオナ、落ち着いて。そうね。私としたことがあんな男の言葉に取り乱すなんて。あいにくね。今ここのものは留守にして誰もいませんわ。また後日。そうね。100年後ぐらいに出直すことね。
I know they're not here.
知ってる？
They said I could come by and wait inside.
ふざけないでくれませんこと？
No, I'm
そん
not.
なことあるはずがありませんわ。まさかあなたそんなこと言って無断で上がり込むつもりではないでしょうね。
I'm not. I walked by, giving them a wide berth. Of course I have permission. They gave me a key. Show them the key to prove that I'm not lying, but the girls only get more agitated.
そんな分家である私ですらそんな真似は許されませんのに。
Oh, that's what's going on. Branch family? Are Yuji and Tamane's cousins?
たまんね。
For some reason, they seem taken aback at my words. The girl in front briskly approaches me. Sorry, but if you keep coming closer, I'm likely to get upset.
なんですって？
The way I asked her to not come too close may have been a little harsh, but why is she so angry? Is there misunderstanding?
先ほどから黙って聞いていれば。さてはあなた、私たちを侮辱なさる気ね。
I didn't mean that as a threat. And I certainly didn't insult you.
あなた
何を人の家の前で騒いでるのかしら？
Tamane, good. Thank goodness that these girls here.
お姉様。
Onesama?
あら、あなたたち久しぶりね。
What's going on?
遠いところよく来たわね。九条院からここまで疲れたでしょ？
Guji Academy. Isn't that the name of the school Tamane used to attend? I guess that's why they know
いえ、
her.
とんでもありません。私たちお姉様のためならどこへでも。
Oh, Jesus Christ. There's people like that. Not.
ところでここへは何しに？遊びに来てくれたのなら嬉しいんだけど。
そんなとんでもありません。大それた真似とても。
そんな堅苦しく考えなくてもいいと思うんだけど。
その前に聞かせてください。この男は何なのですか？
She points at me and scowls. How did I get myself into this? I have a real gift for upsetting women. Yuji, you better come back here soon and get me out of this
勝
jam.
手にこの高坂家に上がり込もうとしたばかりか。お姉様を慣れ慣れしい呼び方。許せるものではありません。
はあ、高坊？別に構わないわよ。勝手に上がり込むも何も私の幼馴染で弟も同然だし、ユージから鍵を預かってるのならなおさら問題ないのだけど。
ですが。
それに玉ねって呼ばれるのは昔からだし。
そんな。高坂家は古来より政財界に多大な影響を与える名門。それをこのような下々の者に。
She casts me a fleeting glance. Good grief, Loli?
レオナ。
はい。
Tamane's eyes spear the girl.
今のは聞かなかったことにしてあげる。わかるわね。
はい。
ならいいわ。それで遊びに来たのでないとしたら何をしに来たのかしら。
それは。
The three girls look at each other. Shockingly, they all prostrate themselves, kneeling down, lowering their
お願い
heads.
です。お姉様、どうか九条院に戻ってきてください。お姉様が九条院を去って、お姉様のいない九条院は太陽が沈んでしまったかのように活気がなくなりつつあります。そればかりか、お姉様がいなくなったことを幸いにと、いくつもの派閥が現れて、今ではそれらが主張をめぐっていさかいまで起こすように。
Oh, that sounds like hell.
やはりお姉様は九条院になくてはならぬお方。今回のことで改めて痛感しました。どうか九条院にお戻りください。どうか九条院に。
The three of them again bow deeply.
ちょっと待って。いきなり戻れと言われても私としても困るんだけど。
なぜでしょうか。
なぜって
Tamane glances fleetingly at me. What was that look
と
for?
にかく困るのよ。それに派閥がどうのこうの言われても、私はただの一生徒よ。生徒会とか何かの委員会とかやってたわけでもないし、派閥とかがあるのは知ってたけど、そういうの嫌いだったから関わり合いにならなかったし。
そう思われているのはお姉様だけでは。
え？何？
いえ。
そう？それに私がここへ戻ることは前々から決めていたことよ。それはあなたも知ってるでしょ。
ですが、でしたら訳をお聞かせください。
それは言えないわ。人には誰でも内緒にしておきたいことってあるでしょ。
そんな。
私を頼ってくれるその気持ちは嬉しいけど、私にもそれなりの事情があるの。だからあなたたちには悪いけど。
できません。
え？
納得できません。いくらお姉様のお言葉でもこればかりは従えません。
どうしたものかしら。
今日のところはこれで失礼いたします。
あら、もう帰っちゃうの？
はい。あまり長居をしてお姉様にご迷惑をかけるわけには参りませんから。お姉様にお会いできてとても嬉しかったです。必ずいつか必ずお姉様を説得してみせます。
I really feel like I've seen this Riona character before in another game. Now I'm actually curious. Hold on, VNDB. ToHeart2. God, my hands feel so fucking stiff and unwieldy. No, apparently I'm just stupid. She only shows up in ToHeart2 and ToHeart2 another day. Another days. I'm just going insane apparently. Also, I think I accidentally spoiled myself for the route a little just now because I felt like, okay, maybe pressing show minor spoilers is going to show me another game that she appears in. Nah, it just showed me something else. Whoops. I have no one to blame this time. I've had situations where I had other people to blame. Not this time. I'm tired just from listening to that conversation. Those girls don't seem to want to give up on Tamane for some reason. I really should stop bothering her.
ごめんね、高坊。もしかしたらあの子たち高坊に失礼なこと言ったんじゃないかしら。悪い子じゃないんだけど、家柄とかそういったの気にする子が多いから。
Nah, that's fine. Don't worry about it. Besides, hearing people call Tamane Onie-sama.
あそこって付属校で幼稚園から大学まであるのよ。私小学校の頃からずっといたから、いつの間にか長老みたいな感じになっちゃってて。
Nah, it's not something that happens just because of time. I think Tamane must have been a faction in her own right. She herself surely didn't even realize, but with her influence, she probably single-handedly kept all the various factions under control.
お嬢様な感じで驚いた？
I've always seen you as more of a military commander. Ow, 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 ow. There was something odd back there, though. When Tamane refused to do something, she was completely clear about why she's doing it. Her unwillingness to say why looked a little strange.
よし、待たせたな。見てみろよ、これを。エロエロだぜ。今日の獲物はメイドものだからな。ちゃんとお前専用も買ってきたから感謝しろよ。
へえ、面白そうね。私にも見せてもらえるかしら？
姉貴、帰ってたのか？
帰ってたわよ。で、高坊に何を見せようとしてたの？
なんでもいいだろ。
その背中に隠したもの出しなさい。
何も隠してなんか。
いいからよこしなさい。
やだ、 これには男の夢が、男のロマンが。
Isn't that great? You should look so happy today. But you know, even after everything that happened today, that mystery only got more interesting. Why did Tamane return? Wrote to school. Tamane, seemingly tired this morning, lets out a big sigh.
たまお姉ちゃん、朝からため息なんかしてどうしたの？
ちょっとね。
It's about yesterday.
昨日？
高坊には分かっちゃったか。
Ah, it was kind of obvious. Today comes right on the heels of yesterday, after all. When all is said and done, Tamane cares deeply about the people close to her. Turning down her old friends after they asked for her help so earnestly has likely been bothering her this whole time.
ちょっとだけ気の毒なことをしたかなって考えちゃって。
It's not like you had any choice. You can't just keep ping-ponging back and forth between schools.
そうよね。あの子たちには悪いけど、やっぱり諦めてもらうしか。
お姉様。
え？
おはようございます、お姉様。
What?! Bow.
どうしてあなたたちその制服。
Tamane blinks in astonishment. Seems yesterday's events had some unforeseen consequences.
あれから話し合ったんです。それで今日から私たちもここに通うことに決めました。
For the time being, attend this. So you just stole some uniforms that are gonna act like students here? Because you damn well bet your fucking ass that you're not going to finish transfer papers on a Sunday, half a fucking day, to be able to attend the school the next morning. That is not happening. These bitches just stole a bunch of uniforms and are just gonna trespass. What the fuck?
お姉様がいてこその九条院。時間をかけてでも説得して必ずお姉様を連れ戻してみせます。
Not
よろ
that.
しくお願いします、お姉様。
Tamane puts on an uncharacteristically feeble smile. Somehow, I get the feeling these girls despise me. But I'm sure that's just my overactive imagination. Is it though? Oh, there's Tamane up ahead. She's surrounded by young students and is talking to them. It's only been 2 weeks and she's already gathered a crowd of followers. To be honest, I'm not the least bit surprised by this scene. That's Tamane for you. What the? The girl suddenly sprints forward directly through me and suddenly knocks me to the floor. Huh? I feel something heavy stepping all over my back. When it moves off, I get up slowly only to find yesterday's trio gathered around Tamane. Furthermore, they've pushed aside Tamane's other crowd and are now talking to her. You know... Recess. I hear the faint sound of piano coming from the music room. Should take a peek. Yep, no surprises given that tone. It's Tamane. She's really good. Tamane glances briefly at me. She smiles briefly and looks back at the keyboard. It may just be my imagination, but she seems to be putting more effort into the performance now. Performance is over. Tamane gives me a pleased smile.
はい、とてもすごかったです。
What? Someone else's voice speaks up from right behind me. When did she get here?
あら、あなたたち。
私感動しました。
Not. They push me aside and run up to Tamane.
ありがとう。でも、ピアノならあなたたちの方が上手だと思うわよ。
とんでもありません。お姉様に比べたら私のなど小手先などだと実感させられました。このような心を震わせる演奏、私にはとても。
Not. Tamane keeps looking over at me,
どのよう
concerned.
にしたらそのような演奏ができるのですか？私にもぜひお教えください。
それじゃ教えるのは無理だけど、もう少し弾いてみる？
はい、ぜひに。
Tamane forces a smile, looks at me, and silently mouths the word sorry before returning to the keyboard. It's not like it bothers me or anything. Time for pee. Today we're in the gym, though I've forgotten what it was we're actually doing here. You see, aside from us, there's a class of third-year girls playing basketball, which has been distracting me somewhat. Actually, isn't that Tamane's class? Looks like they've been split up into several half-court matches. Tamane catches a pass. CG? Oh, she's quick. Oh, apparently not. For shame. Tamane is absurdly good. She fakes to the side, drawing off her defender, and blink of an eye is approaching the goal. She leaps into the air. Wow, she's really high up at this rate. She'll be able to dunk.
試合終了。
Chatter spreads like wildfire through the gym. All classes and all. It's not even common to see a dunk in competitive high school basketball, but Tamane just casually slammed one home in the middle of PE class. Girls from her class are just staring. Tamane really does have a certain sum that attracts people. No doubt about it.
お疲れ様でした。お姉様。
え？
What the? The same girls are here. One of them handing a towel to
お
Tamane.
飲み物です。どうぞ。
She even has a sports drink already.
ありがとう。
The girls switch on some electric fans they brought in with them apparently to help her cool down. I mean, shouldn't they be in class?
気持ちは嬉しいんだけど、あなたたち授業は？
先生がお休みで自由にせよとのことでしたので、その通りにさせていただきました。
そう。
Reply is muted. She almost seems a little down, a little bit down for some reason. I guess Tamane just can't be cruel to these girls and miss her so dearly. Even so, are all the girls at Kuja like this? That really is the case. Begging's probably not gonna help. Bet she doesn't want to set foot in there ever again. Next up. Schoolgate. Actually, how long? 29.5. Huh. Okay. More, I guess. Schoolgate.
お姉様。
Like, we're already so far down the list, it feels like I've been recording for a fucking while, but apparently not. As usual, a pack of girls surround Tamane in front of
お姉
Schoolgate.
様、美味しい甘味屋を教えていただいたんです。よろしければご一緒にいかがですか？ぜひご一緒に。ぜひ。
Not.
うーん。
And characteristically,
そうね。
Tamane's head swivels, looking for an avenue of escape. She spots me. Her eyes narrow in pleasure, the hunt that becomes the hunter. I have a bad feeling about this. No one would blame me for trying to escape in this situation. Sorry, Tamane, but at a time like this, it's every man for himself. She casually grabs me from behind. I try to shake myself free uselessly. She holds me by the scruff of the neck. Wait, do human necks even have a scruff? Well, I guess it doesn't make much of a difference right now.
高坊、どこ行くつもり？
Going now, what's gah? She yanks me back and I feel some soft push against the nape of my neck. She hugs me, slowly increasing the strength in her arms. My ribs begin to creak. Dominic, can't
ほ
breathe.
ら、暴れない。くすぐったいでしょ？ごめんね。実は先に高坊と帰る約束をしてたの。だからせっかくの誘いだけど行けないわ。
When did we make that promise?
高坊はしばらく黙ってる。
She whispers in my ear. But what ruined your plans with those nice girls who came here just for you? The palpable hatred and murderous intent in those girls' eyes makes me increasingly frantic.
黙ってなさいってば。
Tamane, in many ways, you're not making this any easier for me.
それじゃ急がないといけないから。本当にごめんね。
はい。
ここまで来ればもういいわね。
I understand. Well, that was very nice.
わかってるわよ。あれは悪かったと思ってるわよ。
Tamane hangs her head
でも
slightly.
仕方ないでしょ。
It's not even acting a little selfish. You're essentially just trying to find excuses to say, oh, I would go if I could, but sadly I already promised someone else. The polite thing would just be is to say no. Like, that's, in my opinion, the issue. Like, the issue isn't, I should have just gone with them. The issue is, if you didn't want to go with them, you should have told them instead of trying to weasel your way out of it. Anyways.
何かとそばに来て気を使われるのって結構疲れるんだから。しかも向こうは私が九条院に戻ることを期待してるし、かといって面と向かって断るのも気が引けるし。
Well, I do understand, but in the past, you've always been kind of the kids who idolized you. That's exactly why everyone loves her. That's exactly why everyone loves you, Tamane.
え？何か言った？
I said everyone loves you.
私が？
Apparently I caught her completely off guard. Could it be that she hasn't noticed? It's a little surprising that she herself hasn't noticed, but I guess that's like her. People have always gathered around you for as long as I've known you. I'm sure those Kujo girls are the same. They just want to be with you. If it weren't that simple, do you really think they would have transferred schools?
そう？
Konomi sees you as her older sister, and even Yuji, while he might not show it, seemed pleased when you told us you were coming back. More or less.
やあね、高坊、おだてたって何も出ないわよ。
Flatter? Actually, wasn't my intention at all. Oh, what? It's normally quiet all of a sudden with a somewhat distant look on her face. Well, see
じ
ya.
ゃあ、高坊は？
She mumbled something that I couldn't quite catch. Huh? What was that?
なんでもない、なんでもない。
Ow, it hurts. Why are you pinching my cheeks then? Tamane really is acting strange today.
それじゃあね、高坊。明日はちゃんと遅れずに来なさいね。
Tell that to Konomi.
それじゃ。
Tamane smiles happily as we part. And slowly walks off. Guess I should go too. Oh, those girls. They haven't given up yet. They despise me. I don't know what I did to set them off like this. Honest to God, at this point, like, they went out of their way to follow them, then stand to where he would notice them standing there just to go, and walk off. At this point, I'd just be like, oh, how fucking flattering that you think that you took, that you put in the effort to, that like, you must pay a lot of attention to me to go through that amount of effort following. Like, even just to fucking spite him. I mean, it'd be fine if I'm just reading too much into it, but... Okay, bad time. Skip. Now is home. So, essentially, we throw Tamaki to the dogs. AKA the girls. Now here, we have school gate again.
タカ君、よかった。帰ってきた。
Rummaging around for my key, I hear Konomi calling me from behind. Konomi trots over. What? You're back already?
今日ね、用事があってこれからお母さんと出かけるんだ。それでタカ君にお願いしたいことあるんだけど、ダメかな。
Sure, I don't mind. What do you need?
ね、源氏丸のことなんだけど。だからお散歩に行けなくなっちゃって、タカ君にお散歩お願いしたくて。
Walk, eh? Doesn't get you mad for not going on walks.
そんなことないよ。源氏丸お散歩するのとっても好きなんだから。
Really? Well, anyway, it's fine. Just need to take him around here for a while, right?
ありがとう。
A horn sounds. garage door opens and Obasan drives out.
それじゃあタカ君お願いね
She says and runs off to the car. Konami climbs into the passenger seat. The horn lightly sounds and the car drives off.
お土産買ってくるね
I watch the car drive off with Konami on the Obasan waving. Now then, let's see. Well, let's just get this over with. I'll get changed first. That's too much effort. I'll go like this. Genjimaru sprawls out in the garden, sleeping soundly. Hey, Genjimaru! Genjimaru wakes up and looks at me. Well, with so much fur dangling over his eyes, I'm not actually sure where he's looking. So I guess all I can say is he's looking in my general direction. Still laying on his belly, he barks a greeting and wags his tail a few times. As lazy as always. Let's get up. If you didn't know him, you'd think he was one step away from his deathbed. Let's go. Today I'm taking you for a walk instead of Konami. When he hears the word walk, he lets out a pathetic sound and his tail drops. Konami, I don't know where you get your delusions. This dog hates exercise. Look, don't sit there whining like you're about to cry. I have a job to do here. We're going for a walk whether you like it or not. Come on, give it up. He gets exhausted straight away. Making his dog walk takes some know-how. Maybe I'll take him to the park and play a bit, cheer him up. Let the leash out to its full length. Look, I brought you somewhere you can play. Plop. Genjimaru drops to the ground. Hey. He makes pathetic sniffling sounds. I don't think we're going anywhere for a while. Fine. Got him to walk around, I guess. So we can just kill some time here and call it good. I leave Genjimaru where he is and sit down on a nearby bench and look up at the skies. Ah, beautiful weather. Blue skies almost look transparent. The occasional breeze feels great in the light heat of the sunshine.
タカボ
Huh? A voice and then the sound of footsteps. I know that voice and that nickname. I stiffen up.
こんなところでお昼ね
How could I forget this place was on Tamane's right home? I was actually trying to take Genjimaru for a walk.
源氏丸
Tamane tilts her head. Yeah, Konami's Genjimaru. You know, you're kind of the one who picked him out in the first place.
私が
You don't remember? You jumped into the river to save him.
うーん
That's right, Tamane got Konami a dog, so to speak. It was back when we were still in primary school. We crossed a bridge on the way home each day, and one day a little puppy was floating downstream in a cardboard box. The box was half submerged and could have started sinking at any time. Without a clue of what to do, Yuji and I just sat there staring at him flustered. Tamane suddenly jumped into the river and brought him out. She looked really cool that day. After that, although he was saved, neither I nor Tamane could keep him, and since Konami wanted a puppy, she took him home.
うーん
Tamane,
何
you suddenly went quiet. What's wrong?
なんでもないわ
Really? Oh, that's right. Have you not seen him since you've come back?
あ私が転校したのあの後くらいだったから
She's not good with dogs. Huh? So you haven't seen him since the day you saved him?
まあそうね
Well, now's your chance to see him at least once. Being a saver and all, I figure you'll enjoy it too.
そうねでもそのためにわざわざ好みの家にお邪魔するのも悪いし
She's terrible with dogs. She's terrible with dogs. No need to impose at all. He's right over there. Shock. For some reason, she's completely frozen up. Like I said, I'm taking him on a walk. See, he's behind. I go to point behind me, and suddenly Genjimaru has gotten up and is looking right at us. What's more, his tail is wagging happily. Huh? What's this? Genjimaru rarely gets enthusiastic like this. What is it, Genjimaru? Not even his favorite food makes him this happy. Why is he so... Tamane? Tamane's face has gone awfully pale. What's more, she seems to be completely rigid. Creak. Tamane turns ever so slowly, joins creaking like a rusty machine. And when she sees Genjimaru, she freezes up completely again. What's wrong? Can't you hear me? She doesn't answer. Tama. Call out her name again, and Genjimaru barks. Suddenly he leaps up onto Tamane. She staggers 2 steps back and falls onto the seat next to me. Genjimaru keeps barking excitedly. Then, for who knows what reason, he leaps onto Tamane. What? I didn't think this dog would ever attack someone, but it's happening before my very eyes. Genjimaru's jaws reach for Tamane's white throat. Tamane! Lick, lick, lick. Genjimaru vigorously licks Tamane's face. Should have realized. I knew it wasn't possible for him to attack people. Ah, jeez, don't scare me like that. Still, why act this way towards Tamane? He doesn't even behave that way for with his own family. Perhaps he remembers that Tamane saved his life? They say dogs never forget a favor. That aside, what's with that weird look on Tamane's face? He's leaning on her pretty heavily, leaving footprints all over her uniform and slobbering all over her face. I wouldn't be surprised if she were angry, but instead she looks troubled. Her face is twitching. Tamane utters something unintelligible. Ni. Ni. Whoa! Tamane emits a bizarre shout and jumps away. Still making a strange sound, she dashes off at a record-setting speed. What the heck? Sound like she was making... Was it a scream? Was Tamane screaming? She ran really fast too. I mean, Kotomi's pretty fast, but that was like a different species. At least I'm utterly possessed by the light instinct. What on earth? I've never seen Tamane like that. Genjimaru runs off happily, tailing Tamane. He's no slouch either. For a fur boy like that to run so fast is almost uncanny. But that matters, since when does Genjimaru run at all? Tamane shouts while still pouring on more speed. Genjimaru pursues. Tamane runs all around the park, Genjimaru hot on her tail. Is Tamane afraid of dogs? No way. Her, afraid. Seeing Tamane is so distraught, I'm completely dumbfounded. I can do nothing but watch the spectacle. Passive observer of this strange scene where a girl and a dog run circles around a large tree in the center of the park. Eventually, Tamane leaps up onto a branch of the tree. Thoroughly terrified, she clambers up the tree and dangles from a branch. Genjimaru mistakes this for play and starts jumping up and down trying to reach her. He got her leg. The dog now clings to her leg. Tamane lets out an even louder scream than before. Meanwhile, her hands loosen their grip and she lands in a marvelous pratfall. Tamane's face distorts in pain and she rubs her bottom, still sitting. But that only lasts a moment before Genjimaru peers into Tamane's face. Tamane frantically backpedals, but she falls back down, seated no matter how many times she tries to get up, as though she's gone weak in the legs. Genjimaru approaches Tamane. Then, he licks Tamane's nose with his huge tongue. Huh? Tamane's expression distorts, almost looking like she's going to cry. She bawls like a child. That's a really nice CG. The sun descends to the horizon, rendering the world in madder red. I walked the reddened road carrying Tamane. After that, after I stood there silently watching Tamane sob, she accused me of being a heartless traitor and punched me like a spoiled brat. And finally she calmed down. The punch was light, and instantly it was like something snapped inside her as she suddenly regained her senses. She stopped crying, but since then she's been silently depressed. I was at a complete loss the whole time. To be seen screaming and crying like a child, there would be nothing more embarrassing for Tamane. And she was still able to stand even after she stopped crying. And she was still unable to stand even after she stopped crying. With Tamane like that, I had no choice but to carry her piggyback. She objected violently and grumbled ceaselessly. But when I said I'd carry her home like a princess, she became obedient. Now she's as docile as a lamb, but with both of us hesitant to talk, the atmosphere is a little uncomfortable. It's hard for me to find anything to say after that, and for her part, Tamane has remained silent. But since that incident, Tamane has almost seemed a little modest, maybe even feminine. Well, that's probably just my imagination.
Takabo?
Soft voice seeps out from Tamane on my back. Yes? Still, after uttering my name, she again becomes silent. Silence descends again. Tamane, what is it? I slightly urge her, and after a long pause, she speaks up once more. Huh? That's a difficult one. Even though I'm carrying her on my back, I actually don't think she's that heavy. But comparing her to Konami, saying she feels about twice as heavy wouldn't be an exaggeration. Whether she likes it or not, though, Konami is too light, being both short and lightly built, so the difference is only natural. I mean, the difference in musculature, bone size, and whatnot is only to be expected. No, definitely wouldn't call Tamane heavy as such. Tamane pinches my cheek for some reason. What'd you do that for? Perhaps I should have answered. Girls are sensitive about their age and weight, so I should probably say something, even if it's superficial. Apparently, you're supposed to say don't worry about it, like they say, if one remains true to oneself, the pain of all suffering will fade. Yeah. For no readily apparent reason, she strangles me this time. Actually, why was that one Schoolgate? Hey, Tamane, are you afraid of dogs? Try asking the question that's been on my mind. You saved Genjimaru that day, but didn't want to take him home. And then you haven't seen him once since then. Are you afraid of him? I didn't say it was wrong. Guess it must have been it. Well, I should have known from the moment I saw her expression. But the idea of Tamane being afraid of dogs just couldn't even form in my head for some reason. Genjimaru is very docile. You don't need to be scared of him. Genjimaru wasn't trying to hurt you or anything. I think he was just happy to see you. If anything, he wanted to play. Tamane sulks a bit. Naji mentions that she said she didn't feel well right after carrying the puppy Genjimaru out of the river. So that's why. But poor Genjimaru was so helpless back then. I guess they took Genjimaru to Konami's house because Tamane was so frightened. When they left him there, he must have pined for her. I've never seen Genjimaru as happy as he was today. He usually just eats and sleeps. Even getting him to walk is hard. No wonder you could pat him on the head. Well, I won't bring it up again. I didn't hear or see anything. Understand? Feel Tamane hold on to me tighter. That's what you want, I guess. I want to tell a soul. A chill runs down my spine. If I break that promise, I might not see this next sunrise. We're here. Tamane said we're here. Are you sure? By the time we walk around the house again, it'll be dark. Yeah, of course. Set off again, still carrying Tamane on my shoulders. My arms are going numb, but I won't say anything. Huh? Same question as before. I'm fine. She answers and rests her face on my shoulder. Oh yeah, it's been years. Photo. Tamane? She's been keeping a photo of him all the time while she couldn't see him. An album, huh? Huh? Oh, okay. Why is she flustered all of a sudden? But an old photo album, huh? It'll be fun to look through that. Memories of those times, what people's faces looked like, what it feels like to see them. Did you say something? Her album? Not particularly. What? Why do I have to do that? I'm pretty sure that wasn't my fault at all. No, I don't really.
そろそろユージがお腹を空かせて待ってる頃だから。ほら、戻って戻って。
Yeah. Well, I guess that's fine. It'll be days. There'll be days like this too. Now apparently it's just home, home, home. Will we make it? Kurumi, I know you can't help being asleep yet, but at least prepare for school before going to bed!
ちゃんと支度はしてたよ。ただ予定表の日付を見間違えてただけで。
Well, that's fair enough, but I wish you'd show a little contrition for always making me run.
あ、タマお姉ちゃん発見。おはよう。タマお姉ちゃん、ゆうくん。
おはよう、このみ。
よっ。
高坊、遅いわよ。朝はもう少し余裕を持ちなさい。
あ、ごめんね。タマお姉ちゃん、遅れたのは私が。
いいのよ、このみは。こういうのは男の責任なんだから。
そうなのかな。
No. I really don't see how that makes any sense at all.
諦めろって。姉貴が理不尽なのはいつものことだろ。
Bash. Ah! Suddenly a girl wedges her way in between us. Those girls
お
again.
はようございます、お姉様。おはようございます。
Nod. I at this point really just feel it would be hilarious if the only reason why she doesn't talk is because they just couldn't find a voice actor for her. Alternatively, it would be hilarious if she literally only had like one voice line. And that's the entirety the voice actor was hired for.
あら、おはよう。
They give me a synchronized, disdainful look. New Olympic sport? She dismisses me with a laugh. Then makes shooing gestures at me and push me around just outside of Taman's field of vision. Jeez. These three really do hate me. Tamane glances at me over the girl's shoulder. The girls hastily compose themselves.
高坊、ボタンが取れかかってるわよ。
She taps me on the chest, pointing it out. Button. I look down at my chest and sure enough, there's a button hanging loose from my uniform. What's this? Sure was fine when I put it on. It became loose from the one jostling a moment ago. Ah, you're right. I'll fix it when I get home. I don't have any equipment here.
ダメよ、みっともない。このみ、裁縫セット持ってる？
持ってないけど。
あなたたちは？
いいえ、持ってません。
Shake.
次からは持っておきなさい。男には男の責任とたしなみがあるように、女には女のそれがあるのだから。
So saying, she produces a sewing kit from her bag and threads a needle expertly. Really, it's okay. The first bell's already rung, so at this rate, we'll be late.
大丈夫よ。すぐ終わるから。そのまま動かないで。
So the people standing around having Tamane fussing over me like this is the epitome of embarrassment. The other students walking by on their way to school stare as they pass. Feels like some kind of street show.
わー、すごい。
次からは、好みもできるようにならないとね。
でも、こういうの苦手だし。
Very much still feels like Tamaki is expecting him to end up with Konami at this point. Which I don't blame her at this point, considering while he does seem to have, like, budding affections, quote-unquote, just because of the one, like, him being, like, feelings like nagged at something earlier. It's very much not noticeable yet. So I don't blame her for that. It's probably, at this point, it's a case of, if he had feelings for her, she might notice. It just has to outweigh her sense that he's fucking scared of her. And, probably wouldn't like her considering all the stuff from childhood. And that's probably going to be in the way of things and all that. Most likely.
大丈夫。
At least
こんな
I'm
のは
guessing
慣れ
so.
だから。高坊に何度か針を突き刺してれば、そのうち上達するわ。
She says perfectly casually. I've been made into a subject for experimentation.
これでよしっと。
She brings her face close to my chest and bites off the thread. Thanks. I'm feeling hot, probably from embarrassment. I moved to loosen my collar.
もう、襟は外さない。
She says and brings her hands to my collar. Tamane, it's okay. I don't know how many times I have to tell you I'm not a kid. Hey, Yuji! Look around. Huh? Where's Yuji?
ゆうくんなら走ってっちゃったけど。
Following her fingers pointing, Yuji's already entering the school gate. He got away.
ダメよ。動かない。よしと。あとは。
Is there something else? There's a grinding sound coming from somewhere. Feel a shiver down my spine. Did it suddenly become cold?
そうかな。いいお天気であったかいけど。
Huh? Some people are glaring at me with truly terrifying expressions. Didn't Tamane knows what was going on? She passed my uniform as though nothing has happened.
よし。いい男になった。それじゃ、行きましょう。
Tamane takes off before me. I take a quick glance at the three girls. Yeah, they despise me.
何してるの？早く来なさい。
Yeah. The sound of their teeth grinding follows me. Ah, jeez. Typical scene. We lounge on the rooftop, taking our time over lunch. But one thing is a bit out of place today. Those three girls sitting there stuffing their faces with bread, but actually attack me at a moment now. Tom had invited them to have some lunch. Some of the lunch she brought, but they declined. Weird. And although they keep brushing aside everybody else, they're always pushing their way into our circle. Ugh. Their eyes look vicious, ready to pounce. Some other students were up here enjoying lunch too earlier, but sensing the hostility of these girls, they all drifted away. How did it end up like this?
どうしたのタカ君。食べないならもらっちゃうよ。
Telling me if you're just gonna scarf it down before I answer. Why did you even bother asking? And how could you even eat with all this bloodlust in the air? Tension's killing me.
好み、水筒取って。
Tamane, the source of all these troubles, is pretty calm too. Maybe she's just trying to not make a big deal out of it. Like, she is surprisingly dense in a certain way. Anyways, or is it just as blissfully... Or is she just as blissfully ignorant as Kotomi of all that malice? Doesn't really matter, I guess. The way things are going, it's my head that's gonna be on the platter, not hers.
いやー、すっかり音敵として認識されてるな。
Yuji's having a field day with us. Shit, man, you don't have to enjoy my suffering quite that much. Jeez, just leave it alone.
ま、一言だし、人の不幸は蜜の味ってね。
高坊
Huh?
頬
What?
にソースついてるわよ。
Sauce. Touch my cheek, but I don't
そ
feel
っちじゃ
anything.
なくて、反対。
Oh,
あ
okay.
触っちゃダメよ。
Huh? I rub my finger all over it to see if it smears, and I feel a gooey sensation. Sauce thickly covers my hand. Whoops. Oh, you're right.
ほら、広がっちゃった。
Dominic puts on a long-suffering smile.
しょうがないわね。ほら。
Dominic pulls out a handkerchief and leans in to wipe my cheek. It's alright, I can do it myself.
動かないの。
Shut down, I give in.
よし、綺麗になった。
I hear a grinding sound from somewhere. That sound again. I sneak a look at the three girls.
この恨み腹さで置くべきか。
Oh, she has a voice. I really am gonna die, aren't I? Can't we just get along? Why can't we just get along? Ow. What was that? Something stabbed me in the foot. What's there something sharp inside my shoe? Yuma! What is that? Ow. Don't tell me. Crap, where is it? Second period physics. I rush back to the classroom to grab the notebook I forgot. Those girls are just leaving the classroom as I'm coming in. As I'm on my way in. Move to the side to pass them quietly. Huh? What am I up to? Why are they in my classroom after class has already started? Well, who cares? I need my note. Huh? It's on the desk for some reason. I don't recall taking it out. Pick it up and flick through it. There's a whole lot of writing inside that I didn't put there. Idiot, full brain, bird brain, dulled, dimwit, nincompoop. What the hell? That's all from one page and this stuff keeps going. This is abuse all for me. I'm an idiot? That was probably... Nah, really, there's no doubt. It's the work of those three girls. Great. Click my mechanical pencil, but nothing comes out. Out of lead. Guess I'll replace it. It's stuck. The zipper on my pencil case won't budge. What the hell's this? Closer inspection, it's been glued shut. Who did this? The image of those three girls comes to mind. Them again? Well, I need pencil lead, and I'm not going to get this open without brute force. Damn it. Pull with all my might in the pencil case. Ever so slowly opens with a budging zip. Man, it's completely ruined. They broke it. I had this pencil case for years. Got attached to it. For all the years of dedicated service, I salute you. I offer small thanks to my beloved pencil case and rummage around inside it. Lead pencil. What kind of pencil lead? There's no lead. Instead, I only find numerous chopsticks and scraps of paper with 5963 written on them. Phonically, Goku, Ro-san. Good work in Japanese. Recess. I walk along the corridor and I hear snickering coming from nearby. Someone's watching me. Someone behind me. Someone on my back. Reach over my shoulder and find a paper attached to my shirt. I have terrible hemorrhoids. Please don't talk to me. How on earth did that get there? Well, that's... Spot one of those girls. She stares at me intently. For some reason, she's not speaking at all. Hey. I approach her and try to talk, but she just hands me a package wrapped with a white ribbon. Is this for me? Oh, what's going on? Suddenly I'm not being treated like I'm some incurable disease. She mutters something just barely audible. Huh? Sorry for everything until now. You want me to try what you cooked in home economics by way of apology? Yeah, no. Apology, huh? Remove the ribbon inside our tasty looking cookies. She bows, blushes faintly, and runs off. Well, maybe she's not a bad girl after all. Well, it'd be impolite to not try one right away. Pick up one of the cookies and toss it in my mouth. But just before I can, my hand stops at its own volition. Somehow I'm incredibly worried about these cookies. Don't tell me that they're actually. Not good timing. I spot Yuji yawning nearby. Oh, guinea pig. An unbelievable sound issues. Unbelievable sound issues forth from his stomach. Yuji, apparently rendered unable to speak, turns an unusual shade of green as he runs off to the toilet. I hear a retching sound. That might have been unkind of me. Yuji got mad at me, of course. My heart broken. Today really wore me out. All I want is to get home and crash. I reach in to get my shoes and something feels a little different. There's a foreign object in my shoe locker. An envelope. Pull out a girly pink envelope. I'm gonna put this here. Well, first I better make sure there aren't any razors inside. With great care, I break the seal. The letter inside has a hand-drawn cat on it. I unfold it and find the following written in cute girly handwriting. I'll be waiting at the shrine beyond the hill after school. That would make this a love letter. Don't fall for this. What on earth from? There's no signature, of course.
どうしたの？ぼーっとして。
Huh? Oh, no, I'm not doing anything. Frankly, hide the letter behind my back.
じゃあ後ろに隠したのは何？
Behind my back? Is there something like that? Tamaki grows more suspicious. Oh, this isn't good. She points through me, exactly where I'm holding the letter. Nah, really, it's nothing.
いいから見せなさい。
No way, I can't. Despite my desperate resistance, Tamaki shows off a flawless judo throw, then snatches the letter from me. Now lying prone on the ground. Now lying prone on the ground. At least like this, I wish they cleaned the floor better.
入った。スキャリー。
Bully.
どれどれ？
Silence grows. Should only have taken a few seconds to read, but Tamaki stares at it for a full minute. Tamaki?
そっか。高坊でもこういうのもらうんだ。
Even me. Did you have to say it like that?
で、どうするの？
Do about
行
it?
くのか、それとも行かないのかってこと。
Well,
もしかしたらそれ誰かのいたずらじゃないかしら。差出人の名前も書いてないし。
Tamaki nods to herself.
もしいたずらじゃないにしても名前を書くのが最低限の礼儀よ。私だったらこんな無礼な手紙この場で破り捨てるけど。
Well, maybe, but why are you so worked up about it?
何言ってるのよ。私はただ本当のこと言ってるだけで、 別に怒ってなんかないわよ。
Honest to God, the fucking funnier thing would have been if he just goes like, yeah, no shit, that's a fucking that's a fucking that's a fucking prank letter. You wanna come along? I have an idea who fucking did the prank. Well, fine. In that case, I'll go. Get what you're trying to say, but it might just have been an honest mistake. If it's not a prank, I'd be making them wait. And if it's just a prank, I'm the only one who'll get hurt.
So,
I thought there was a pretty reasonable explanation, but Tamane's eyes suddenly narrow. She's giving off a dangerous aura. Did it just get hotter here? I loosen my collar a bit. Tamane, are you mad about something?
どうしてかしら?
It's just that you seem displeased somehow.
どうして私が怒らなくちゃいけないの? 怒る理由なんてこれっぽっちもないのに。
I guess so. You're really not mad?
怒ってないわよ。
So she says, but...
ただね、どうしてかわからないけど、ムカついてるだけ。
I see. She's definitely mad. I depart, largely just looking for an excuse to escape Tamane's current mood and head to the hill. Jeez, my heart's pounding. I mean, it's probably just a prank, but what if it isn't? I hear footsteps. Someone actually came. That's weird. I can hear the footsteps of multiple people.
よく恐れをなして逃げ出しませんでしたわね。それだけは褒めて差し上げるわ。
No, hang on a minute. I don't really know what's going on, but why are you here?
ふざけないで。ちゃんと果たし状を受け取ったはずよ。
Letter of challenge. What area is this? Letter of challenge? That's what this was? Display the letter.
そうよ。他に何があるというの?
Nah, there's nothing like a normal letter of challenge. At least I think. I can't say that I've ever gotten a letter of challenge. The girl on the right starts crying for some reason.
かすみが必死で書いた果たし状をけなすなんて最低の男ですわね。
What the hell? Anyway, it seems like the pranks continue. Well, I'm off.
お待ちなさい。話はまだ終わってなくてよ。
No, that's enough. I'm through with this nonsense.
あなたは良くても私たちは良くないの。
Really, these girls. Fine, what do you want? Don't tell me you really did want to challenge me. The three girls exchange glances, then nod in
あなたを
unison.
呼び出した理由は一つ。あなたとお姉様との関係を聞かせていただきたいの。あ
Huh?
なたにとってお姉様は何なの？どういう関係？
A relationship. That's a hard one to answer, you know. Like Tamane said, we're just childhood
た
friends.
だのというには距離が近すぎるのではありませんこと？そうね。認めたくはありませんが、時には実の弟より気にかけているように思えますわ。
No way, you've only been around for a few days. That's a coincidence. I'm just a childhood friend, no more.
だったらこれ以上お姉様の手を煩わせないでくれませんこと？いえ、はっきり言って近づかないでもらいたいの。たかが昔からの知り合いというだけの男が私たちの強く優しく美しく聡明なお姉様のおそばにいるなんてとても耐えら
They're
れま
so
せんわ。
selfish. Besides, since when have I been the one bothering Tamane? If anything, she's troubling me, right? Well, I
で
understand.
は
And I refuse. What am I saying? There's a golden opportunity to get Tamane to stop dragging me around. But now telling me not to see her is too extreme. Refusing just feels like the right thing to do, somehow.
そう、それがあなたの答えというわけですの。
The girl is shaking with
Demo.
rage.
よろしいのかしら。
She struggles to regain her composure, then
私
continues.
たちにとってあなたのような凡民の一人や二人社会的に排除することなどたやすいことですのよ。
What? Are you for real?
さあどうかしら。でもこれ以上私たちを怒らせない方が身のためなのは確かでしょうね。
She strikes a triumphant pose. She's actually half serious. Still, did you really think I'd feel threatened by that? It was pretty clumsy, not especially credible. Compared to Tamane's always serious, believable, terrifying threats, that was almost cute. Now it's been helpful having her directly voice her hostility. I don't need to think of them as normal girls anymore.
ちょっと何笑ってるの？
Still, this is starting to get on my nerves. I've yet to run its course so far, but if things keep escalating, it might become a police matter. So what do I do now?
それでは答えをもう一度聞かせてもらえませんこと？
お待ちなさい。
Following that distant voice, walking briskly across the hill is...
あなたたち、一体何の話をしているのかしら？
Tamane.
お姉様、これには深いわけが。
Nod, nod.
理由なんてどうでもいいわ。私は何の話をしているのかと聞いているの。
Tension ratchets up a notch. Man, this atmosphere is getting scary. Tamane, she's seriously angry.
これまでは私を慕ってくれてのことだからと何も言わなかったのだけど、でも
The three girls start shaking.
さっきの言葉はいただけないわ。
私たち
Tamane's palpable anger pours out over the girls. The earlier conviction that words has evaporated, replaced with silence, jittery nerves, and pale faces. I only saw this 2 or 3 times when I was a kid, but even so I remember this. Tamane shows no mercy when she gets like this. This is a blessedly brief glimpse at Tamane's hidden face. If you don't divert her somehow, those girls are going to get it bad. Yeah. Tamane! Tamane! Tamane turns to me. I stiffen reflexively. Ah, she's really scary. I gather all my courage. Tamane, why are you here?
Eh?
Well, why are you here? A lull in the storm. She looks around. I caught her.
それは
Surely you didn't come just to check on me.
まさか散歩散歩の途中たまたま通りかかったのよ。
Happened to pass by, eh?
そうよ、たまたまよ。
Tamane, the wind taken out of her sails, tries to carry on.
とにかくあなたたち、私と高坊のことはあなたたちには関係ないことよ。今までは黙ってたけど、これ以上口出しするようなら
関係あります。
Astonishingly, the girls managed to squeeze out a comment. Even Tamane is surprised by that, and she stares blankly for a moment.
何が関係あるというの？
それは
At the loss for words, the girls look at each other, and then slowly nod to each other in determination.
お姉様好きです。
Yep.
お伝えしております。
Nod, nod.
え？
That's the fucking thing I saw on VNDB. Homosexual was the tag she had. Oh lord. Tamane blinks.
ありがとう。私もあなたたちのこと嫌いじゃないわ。でも今回のことと関係
違います。ですからそういうことではなくて、愛してるんです。お姉様をお慕いしております。
Nod, nod, nod. Tamane blinks again, briefly speechless.
ちょっと待って。今考えをまとめるから。
Tamane brings her finger to her forehead and mutters to herself. After a few moments, she eventually raises her head.
つまりこれはいわゆるギャグ？
Listen, I feel like if the reaction to your confession is literally just like, oh yeah, I don't have a problem with you. And then when you try to double down, just like, yeah, that's a funny joke. I feel like you've lost all fucking hope. One of the girls starts crying.
しっかりなさって。お姉様ひどすぎます。私たち本気ですのに。
ごめん。じゃなくて本気って私は女よ。
真実の愛に性別など関係ありません。
なんか違うってばそれ。
Now, I will be completely honest. If someone has that reaction upon realizing says, I'm the same sex, they're probably not homosexual.
それにあなたたち3人じゃない。
私たちは気にしません。
気にしてよ。
お姉様は先ほど私たちを好きだと。私もう。
She blushes deeply and squirms. Seeing that, Tamane takes a step back.
私は嫌いじゃないって言っただけで。
The girl bursts into tears again.
本当はこの思い胸に秘めておくつもりでした。でもお姉様はいつもその男のことを気にかけて、お姉様の特別な男であるならまだしも、たかが幼い頃からの知り合いというだけでお姉様に納得できません。ですからみんなで決めたのです。何としてでもお姉様からその男を引き離そうって。それができなかった時は、この思いを告げてお姉様に振り向いてもらおうって。お姉様どうかこのお気持ち受け取ってください。お姉様。
Wow, this is some development. They're breathing erratic, their cheeks flushed, their eyes clouded over. The three girls approach Tamane. Tamane retreats, overwhelmed. I thought I'd see someone get the better of Tamane. Huh. Anyway, Tamane, I seem to be in the way, so I'll head home.
ちょっと待ちなさい。何他人事みたいなこと言ってるのよ。
Well, this all just seems to have less and less to do with me, and what am I supposed to do in these circumstances? This is a world I cannot enter.
だからって見捨てることはないでしょ。
Like it or not, I'm sure you got used to this at that girls' school. You're popular with girls.
なってってなんかないわよ。
There we go. Why did I have to click like 20 times just to get a squeeze? That sounds wrong. Never mind, anyways. She pinches my cheek several times harder than ever before. She almost whispers the words. Has she come up with some sort of plan?
あなたたちの気持ちは嬉しいわ。でも、それには答えられないの。
どうしてですか？
それは
She glances over at me and nods to herself in resolve.
今まで内緒にしてたけど、私たち付き合ってるの。
That is not how you solve the situation! They made very fucking clear that they would try their best to tear you apart. Like, quite frankly, literally just say, I'm not interested in girls. That's all you need to say. So after that says you're fucking homophobic, punch them in the face, because quite frankly, they're stupid. Which, by the way, I'm actually saying that because I have experienced a boy confessing to me, and when I said no, they did accuse me of being homophobic. So the world is a painful place. Worst part is, like, I am literally not homophobic. Like, I don't remember if I've talked about this before. But while I am firmly heterosexual, aka only sexually attracted to the female sex, I only think I am hetero-romantic, quote unquote. Why do I only think? Because, hey, thus far I've only fallen for girls. But hey, maybe I just haven't met that special guy yet, you know? I literally don't fucking care, quite frankly. If I fall for someone, I fall for someone. Who fucking gives a shit? All I know is that my PP don't react to other PP. You know? That's all I know. Anyways. What? You're kidding! You'll pay in blood for every moment of this harmony once we're out of here. What an eloquent glare. Oh, come on.
だから申し訳ないけど、あなたたちの気持ちには。
Well, something like that.
嘘です。そんなの嘘です。
Tamane, you've been found out already.
本当よ。本当に本当だってば。
They're going to demand they kiss.
でしたら証拠を見せてください。そうです。証拠を。
証拠って言われても、ならどうすれば納得してくれるのかしら。
The three of them form a ring, look at each other, and whisper. They seem to have reached consensus.
二人でどこかへ出かけてみてください。私たちはその後ろから様子を観察させていただきますので、お二人が付き合ってらっしゃるかどうか、その時の仕草とか会話でわかると思いますから。
ずっと覗かれてるっていうのは気になるけど、この際仕方ないか。
Tamane accepts conditions with a bit of unwillingness, but...
いいわ。 それであなたたちは納得できるのね。
はい。もしその時はお姉様のこと諦められませんけど、諦めるよう努力します。
The two others nod.
決まりね。それじゃあ高坊、今度の日曜日どこかへ遊びに行くわよ。
Sunday. That's all of a sudden. Besides, this isn't this kind of like, about to say it's like a date, but choke on the words. It's not like a date, but it clearly is a
いいわ
date.
ね。
No, I
いいわね。
yes.
それでこそ高坊。
Like, here's the thing, no matter what they do, they're safe because they've seen that exchange multiple times thus far, and still they're like, well, prove it. Like, you're trying to tell me that you're not sure yet? Like, come on, take one look at him! He looks fucking scared for his life! That's not the look of romance, that's the look of terrifying, please help me! I'm a captive here! Was that praise or not? I want to know what she really meant. Skip. Apparently there's just a bunch of homes now. What day do we have now? It is Saturday. So Saturday is the second home. And apparently there's another home on Monday. That's what I assume it to be, at least. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. See you next time. Bye-bye. I don't know why I did that. Oh well.